Hello everybody, welcome to iExamBee's LegalBee. This is Amrita, your law faculty at iExamBee. In this video today I'm going to continue with the mock test series that we have started exclusively on LegalBee every day at 11 AM. इस वीडियो सीरीज में आपके काफ़ी सारे बेनिफिट्स हैं. एक तो आपको डिफरेंट वैरायटी ऑफ क्वेश्चंस मिल जाते हैं टॉपिक वाइज एंड दैट टू फ्रॉम ऑल द इम्पॉर्टेंट टॉपिक्स वी आर having an exclusive coverage of questions. So this is a very nice series. अगर आपने बाकी की videos miss कर दिए हैं, I would recommend everybody to go and check out the playlist of LegalBee because this series is going on every day at 11 AM. This is the 48th mock test that we have provided up till now at LegalBee. And मैंने Constitution का topic pick किया है इस वीडियो में. कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन मैंने स्टार्ट किया है पिछले 2-3 वीडियोस में एंड टुडे द टॉपिक दैट आई एम गोइंग टू पिक अप फॉर डिस्कशन इज गोइंग टू बी फंडामेंटल ड्यूटीज एंड प्रेसिडेंट. दीज टू टॉपिक्स आर वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फ्रॉम एग्जाम पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू एज वेल. So before we start with the discussion, I would like to give you an important update about free mock tests. We all know that mock tests are earned at www.iexambee.com. Yes, I'm not talking about the mock test that I am going to discuss with you today. ये तो है ही. This is something which we are providing every day at 11 AM. But इसके अलावा, those who are preparing for UGC NET examination, I have a free mock test for them at iExamBee. So I wanted to give you all this update. Immediately you can go and check out www.iexambee.com. इसके मैं आपको स्क्रीनशॉट्स शेयर कर रही हूँ कि आपको किस तरीके से कौन से सेक्शन में जाना होगा. ये आपको ऊपर दिख रहा है फ्री मॉक टेस्ट का सेक्शन है. यू हैव टू गो ऑन दिस एंड इन दैट यू हैव टू गो टू द लॉ एग्जाम्स. एज यू कैन सी देयर आर द different exams that iExamBee caters. Out of that, in the law exams, you have to pick the UGC NET law section. In that, you have got a free mock test available for the June attempt. Those who are preparing, it will be a very good insight for them if they attempt this free mock test. And इससे आपको idea लग जाएगा कि आप कहाँ stand कर रहे हैं. According to that, you can make your own strategy for preparation. So don't miss this opportunity and immediately grab it. And yes, of course, this will help you prepare 50% faster with iExamBee. Let us start with the first question for this mock test series that is going to be relating to fundamental duties. Other than the preamble, which of the following provisions were added to Constitution of India by the 42nd Amendment Act 1976? Everybody knows 42nd Amendment Act is a very important amendment in the Constitution. So looking at the options, which of the following option you can find the most appropriate that you have to pick from this? 42nd अमेंडमेंट मिनी कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन क्यों कहा जाता है? क्योंकि इसमें काफ़ी सारे प्रोविजंस ऐड किए थे कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में. सो ऐसे कौन से प्रोविजंस है जो प्रियम्बल के अलावा ऐड हुए हैं? दिस इज व्हाट इज द क्वेश्चन. द क्वेश्चन इज वेरी इंफॉर्मेटिव इन नेचर, दैट्स व्हाई आई हैव पिक्ड इट अप ओवर हियर. प्रियम्बल में एक टॉपिक में भी हमने इस तरीके के क्वेश्चंस देखे थे, बट फंडामेंटल ड्यूटीज जो एक इम्पॉर्टेंट टॉपिक है वो भी हमें समझना ज़रूरी है. So the answer is going to be B. You can see all these articles. These are the directive principles of state policy जो हमने previous video में discuss किया था. कुछ questions भी discuss किए हैं हमने directive principles of state policy से. अगर आपने video miss कर दी है, you can check it out. So article 39A, 43A, 48A have been added along with fundamental duties, which is under article 51A of the Constitution of India. This was not there in the original text of the Constitution, but has been added by the 42nd Amendment Act 1976. According to fundamental duties in the Constitution of India, every citizen is expected to respect the national symbols. This is a duty. So which of the following is not a national symbol? See, Constitution is a topic in which sometimes they can relate it with some GK type questions also, some current affairs also, some landmark cases as well. So you have to be prepared for all such type of questions that can come from constitutional law. ऐसा नहीं है कि हर बार आपको आर्टिकल बेस्ड क्वेश्चन ही पूछा जाएगा या फिर सिर्फ कोर ऑफ कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन से ही क्वेश्चंस पूछे जाएंगे. इट्स नॉट लाइक दैट. कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन ऑफ इंडिया कैन बी कोरिलेटेड विद some other things which I just mentioned, एंड उस तरीके से भी क्वेश्चंस फ्रेम हो सकते हैं. So the correct answer is D, national currency. Currency is not a national symbol basically. That is what is the thing. So out of all these options, the only correct option is national currency. National currency is not a national symbol. So उससे related fundamental duty हम extend नहीं कर सकते. Which of the following is not a fundamental duty as per the Constitution of India? Now these are the duties enlisted: abide by Constitution and respect its ideals, to promote harmony and the spirit of common brotherhood among all the citizens, to promote and improve the natural environment, to defend the country and render national services when called upon, not to abjure violence. So out of these you have to choose the correct option, because for that obviously you have to be aware of all the fundamental duties. So you have to be thoroughly prepared कि at least आपको जिस पता होना चाहिए that what are the different fundamental duties in Article 51A. If you know that, then you can very easily solve this question and score marks if such kind of question comes in the exam. So out of this, not has been asked, right? So not to abjure violence is the correct option over here. If we look at Article 51A in clause I, to safeguard public property and to abjure violence is our fundamental duty. But not to abjure violence is the negative of the duty basically. So that is not a fundamental duty as per our Article 51A of the Constitution. So abjuring violence is what is expected as a fundamental duty. Not abjuring violence is the opposite of that, and that's why the answer is not to abjure violence over here. Rest of them are all correct and all are fundamental duties. Any parent or guardian has a fundamental duty to educate their child or ward in the age group of between 6 to 14 years, up to 6 years, below 7 years, below 14 years, below 6 to 18 years. Now out of these age groups, which age group the parent or guardian, they are going to have fundamental duty to educate their child. Now this is something which is added after amendment. I have already told you when we were discussing fundamental rights also, and when we were discussing directive principles of state policy also. At that time also I told you that amendments related to education, 86th amendment is very, very important. So you may have a question in fundamental duties as well, because the fundamental duty was also added. So it was added, but what was the age group, that is important and that you have to remember. So the age group is between 6 to 14 years. 51A clause K deals with who is a parent or guardian, providing opportunities for education to the child, or as the case may be, ward between the age group of 6 and 14 years. Which of the following is not true about the powers of a president to promulgate an ordinance? Now this is very, very prominent question that can be expected from precedent topic in Constitution. Article, I would suggest that everybody should remember the article number as well. And which is not true has been asked basically. Powers of a president काफ़ी ज़्यादा important topic है Constitution में से. So उसमें से क्या true नहीं है? Whether it is provided under Article 123 of Constitution, President may promulgate immediately when circumstances require and both the Houses of Parliament are not in session. Ordinance shall be laid before Houses of Parliament. Ordinance shall cease to operate within 6 months of reassembly of the Parliament. Ordinance can be withdrawn at any time by the President. So the correct option over here is D. Ordinance shall cease to operate within 6 months of reassembly of the Parliament. It shall cease to operate within 6 months of reassembly of the Houses of Parliament. This is something which is not true. If you go to Article 123, power of President to promulgate ordinances during recess of Parliament. This is 6 weeks. Can you see this? अब generally हम लोगों को 6 याद रह जाता है, but we get confused when we mark the correct option. So यहाँ पर silly mistakes हो जाते हैं. When it is laid before both houses of the Parliament, it shall cease to operate at the expiration of 6 weeks from the reassembly of the parliament. So the correct option is 6 weeks. So that is something which is wrong and not true about the powers of the president over here. Who elects the President of India? Prime Minister, Chief Justice of India, Election Commission of India, Speaker of Lok Sabha, Electoral College. This is very important topic again from President topic. Who elects the President? And the entire procedure of election is important. Electoral College is the correct answer. Article 54 deals with the entire procedure. And relating to composition of Electoral College also sometimes questions can be asked. That who all are there in the Electoral College. Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, all the members are there, but only the elected members and the elected members of the legislative assemblies of the states. So this is something which can be tricked and the question can be framed here also. Study it properly. What is the maximum term of office of president in India? 5 years, 10 years, 7 years. There is no fixed term. There is no maximum term. The correct option again is no maximum term. There is term of office of 5 years. Now you may pick 5 years if you don't read maximum and you are in a hurry. But what they are trying to ask is the maximum term. That means for how much time president can remain in office. He is eligible for re-election. If you go to Article 57 of the Constitution, it talks about eligibility for re-election as a president. President is subjected to re-election. So there is no such maximum term that more than this term he cannot continue. There is only limit on his retirement. He gets retired on this age. After that he cannot work. The President of India shall affirm oath to Prime Minister, President, Chief Justice of India, Chief Justice of India in his absence to the Chief Justice of High Court, Chief Justice of India in his absence to senior most judge of the Supreme Court. Now, President actually takes oath from so many people, but whom does the President affirm his oath? To whom he is going to give his oath, or in whose presence he is going to give it? This is something which is very important and everybody should know. It is Chief Justice of India, and in his absence the senior most judge of the Supreme Court will take this responsibility. Article 60 deals with oath or affirmation by the President. President's rule is under which article of the Constitution? Now this is article based question I have taken up over here, but this is an important topic. Emergency, state emergency, constitutional emergency, president's rule, all these are the same concepts, and the article that is dealing with this is Article 356. Under 356 it is basically provided that the president's rule can be proclaimed, and state emergency, which is another name is president's rule, common name. Last question for today. A proclamation of national emergency can be made by the president on which of the following grounds? Now this, what they are talking about here is the national emergency. And always remember, president is only going to proclaim an emergency, whether it is national, whether it is financial, or whether it is state emergency. So always remember this, emergency is also an important topic. So what are the grounds? Since there were changes in the grounds of national emergency, so this question again becomes very important, and the answer is E, security of India or any part of the territory threatened by war or external aggression or armed rebellion. Now these are the grounds on which national emergency can be claimed. There was a clause earlier that was relating to internal disturbances, but now that has been removed from the Constitution because of the misuse that was being made out of that clause. So proclamation of emergency, national emergency is covered under Article 352 of the Constitution. So this was all that we had to discuss with the topic today. If you have any queries, you can reach out to us in the comment section of this video, and yes, don't forget to subscribe, press the bell icon, and also go for the suggested videos that come up in the I button of this video, and prepare 50% faster with iExamBee. Thank you everybody.